Big g'day, and we're here for the RDFL Footy Show this week over across the Eastern Oval ahead of the big under-19 interleague clash. I've got Shawnee with me, mate. It's not too cold tonight here at Eastern Oval.
No, it's not too bad. Remember 2 years ago we were here and it was absolutely frozen, but Ballarat's turned the weather on. I reckon it's 6 degrees tonight, so it's nice and balmy here in Ballarat.
And for those who did remember watching that, we did the recording after the game, and the lights went off.
Lights went out on us, so we changed it around. We did it before the game this year.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Now we're getting ready for a big game tonight, obviously, which we'll have highlights on the RDFL website in the near future. But we're getting ready for a big weekend of footy, and it's umpires round. Well, tell us a little bit about that, mate.
Yeah, community umpiring round, obviously around for state leagues all across the state of Victoria to celebrate the job that umpires do, and umpires doing floggish behaviour in the background behind us for tonight. But no, celebrate the job that they do. As we know, as you know, being an umpire yourself, with no umpires, there's no game. So it's a week to celebrate the umpires. It's a week to basically appreciate what they do, and we'll just try and ease off the umpire abuse for a week or so, just to keep them all nice. You'll see some special features in the record this week, special front cover, two-page spread in the record this week. So some really good initiatives done by the Riddle umpires. Thanks to Chris Stead for putting in a fair bit of work this week to help make it happen, and hopefully we can do the umpires a bit of justice this weekend.
Absolutely, mate. And as we speak at the moment, the boys and girls are training over at McPherson Park, and they've got a few AFL goal umpires, a boundary, a goal, and a field as we speak.
Beautiful.
So even the AFL are getting behind it. They're sending AFL umpires across the district for tonight, this week's training. But
good stuff.
Speaking of McPherson Park, mate, and speaking of umpires, the umpire appreciation round, there's a lot of great activities happening over at McPherson Park.
Yes.
And obviously it'll headline the game. Melton Centrals will be playing host to Rupert's Wood. So while the umpires, there'll be a few games, activities and all that sort of stuff in the lead up to the senior game. There's a big game of footy to go on as well, mate.
Pretty big game of footy indeed. It's a pretty crucial one for both sides. We know Rupo's form has been okay this year. Melton Central's just that little bit off the radar. They'll see this as a winnable game, though. They'll see this. Fitzy will really probably target this game and say, if we want to make a mark in season 2015, these are the games we have to win. Rex Hickman's been in good form for them up forward. They've obviously got that big forward target that they need. Can they hold Rupert's Wood's midfield, though, who have been so good throughout the course of the year?
They have been, but they haven't been as consistent as what we're probably used to seeing from the club. And one of the things we appreciated from Rupo last year is that they made the semi-finals, but they did so with a very good, even, level playing side. They didn't have too many standouts, but unfortunately they probably need a few standouts at this time of the year to maybe get their confidence back up as a club. So we spoke about it last week that the Hawks were going to come at them, and that they did. This is going to be a big challenge for them, and I reckon the Centrals will be a very, very good chance.
Yeah, look, I rate the Centrals a good chance in this one as well, but Rupert's Wood, we know what we're getting out of them. We know how good they are. Blokes like Brett Chambers that basically just pick the ball off at ease in the back line and set up their play. If they can keep that going, they know how to play wet weather footy. We saw that against Romsey a couple of weeks ago. If the conditions do turn sour on Saturday, I think Rupo will win this.
Fingers crossed. Both sides put on a very, very good show as we cross to Wallen. Wallen taking on the Sunbury Kangaroos, and that game, of course, broadcast on 98.3 OKRFM. Now, Wallen they've given an indication of just how tight this competition. Just 2 weeks ago, they were sitting on top of the ladder. They lose 2 and they've slipped down to 8th, and they face against a team that are, ironically, on top of the ladder at the moment, and certainly got a long way back if they lose this one.
Yeah, they do, and it's unfortunately for Wallen, they're not going to start favourites in this game because the Sunbury Kangaroos have been red hot to start this year. They're in all sorts of form at the moment. Got winners on every line. They've got blokes kicking goals up forward as well, and it's not just their big names, the Simon Clarks, the Phil Kaufmans, the Adam Fentons. They're getting goals out of Mitch Streif. They're getting goals out of the Hattie boys. They're getting goals from everywhere, and it's a really good team performance. Having said that, Wallen in good nick at the moment. If Sam Rex Epi can get up and going, it gives them a chance to kick a winning score, and some good representation for Wallen in the interleague squad as well. So they've got some good performers at the moment.
They certainly do. I think the thing is we talk up Sam Rex Epi every single week. Now he has been kicking goals. We did last week. He stepped up and kicked 4, but I think it's time that we call on the Wallen Footy Club to find someone else that can also join him in that department to kick a winning score.
You're dead right. They need that extra help because if clubs can shut Rex Epi down, they know that they can shut Wallen down. So that's what they need. I don't think it's going to happen this weekend. I think the Kangaroos will get over the line.
They'll certainly run right over them at this stage, but stranger things have happened as we cross the other radio game, and we've got Lancefield playing host to Riddle, of course, live on 100.7 Highlands FM, and I was down at Lancefield training during this week, and look, I did hear some bad news that might sort of disrupt how this game could go.
Spill.
Scotty Swindles did injure his ankle last week. He will miss a few weeks, unfortunately, and I think if you're going to think penciling Lansfield as a possibility. Well, that's gone right out the window. And apparently last week, so I obviously didn't get a chance to see the game, but that happened at a pretty crucial stage when Lansfield were gaining momentum. So, that momentum sort of fell away once Scotty went off the ground. And we know what he's like. In my opinion, he's probably one of the most... he's the biggest X factor in that team. Yes, Johnny Kent can kick goals and the midfield can dominate well, but Scotty Swindles, you need him to kick goals, he'll step forward, take those marks. You need him to play stopping roll down back, he's the man to do it. And unfortunately, Riddle have got those answers there, and Brian Ruffle, who's been in good form. Jimmy Nolan, he's been in good form. He kicked 4 goals last week, so it's going to be a tough day at the office for the Tigers.
It will be now. And look, that changes the complexion. Going into this game, I was thinking it was almost a bit of 50-50 with the way Lansfield's going, but you take Swindles out of that side, and it does change the complexion a bit. Now I think Riddle are going to win this one by probably 6 or 7.
Yeah, well, they'll be keen to make amends after what happened in the preliminary final on that particular deck, but stranger things have happened, and I just feel that if the Tigers really get that confidence momentum going, we could see a bit of an upset of the Apple Cup. And Bombers, they've been a different side from what we saw in round 1. Now we've got Wood and Hesker v Diggers Rest. Now Diggers Rest face a very intriguing proposition 2 times in a row, 2 consecutive weeks over at Romsey Park as the away team. And they've certainly got a lot to be desired on the improvement front this week.
They do indeed, but they're coming up against slightly different opposition to what they faced last week against Romsey. Obviously, Woodhead Hesker doing some good things this year, but they've shown that they're still not quite there. The improvement's still coming along, but I don't think Woodhead Hesker will be able to match up with Diggers Rest this week. I think Diggers will be too strong, especially on the rebound.
Yeah, definitely right. They've no doubt. Sean Sims was pretty gutted after the effort last week there from the Burrows, but they are going to the game. I think they'll be without Brett Tucker for a little bit. But he did have a big influence on the game last week, unfortunately, because Romsey's back with.
They've got plenty of other options up there now, anyway. With Luke Smales able to kick goals, Jason Williams able to kick goals, blokes like that. They're not as reliant on Tucky as what they have been in past years. So I don't think that'll matter too much, especially this week.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see how Jason Williams goes, because he was a late omission from the team last week, and I know he sort of felt a little bit ginger. So hopefully, for his sake, he gets up. He recovered from the man flu, so the poor bugger. We do feel for him. So push through there. Hopefully, the Hawks they learn a lot from last week, and you can't really learn too much from a loss or be really positive about it. But it's better than what they've been dishing up.
Exactly right. Look, what Ross Slyde will ask from them is they come out and they have a crack. Yep. If they come out and have a crack in, hit every contest hard, who knows what happens in the game of footy? We've seen it happen before, that sometimes these upsets happen when clubs just go in and crack in hard. And that's what Wood and Heskett need to do. If they drop their intensity, Riddle will get a hold of them. There's absolutely no doubt about that. So they need to make sure that if they want to give themselves a chance in this game, they go in for 4 quarters and they make sure they're making the ball their first object.
The team that did topple the barrels last week, Romsey, they travelled to Kilmore, and look, the Redbacks, they're up and about. Their confidence is up. They did the job last week without Phil Lobb. You take a 3 or 4 goal forward out of a blockbuster game like that, and you think, well, the game could very much go the other way. And I know the Redbacks are probably not overly confident about getting the job done against the Burrows, given the recent form run, but to be able to do it without Lobb, and that'll just give them a lot of confidence heading in this week against Kilmore. We've still got a lot of improvement to do, but hey, they're out on the track.
They are indeed, and look, obviously Kilmore go out trying to be competitive in every game. It's going to be tough for them this week, up against the reigning premiers in Romsey. Romsey will win this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much we need to sort of say more about that one. I sort of hope that one of the stars from Kilmore, maybe Darcy Bedgegood, steps up and has another good performance there, just to step it up with one of the stronger sides in the competition. Now, the last game, in my opinion, this will be match of the round, because the 2 very good competitive sides. One hasn't won a game all year, but they've shown potential, and the other is flying high on 4th on the ladder. It's Broadford and Rockbank. Now, probably 12 months ago, we would have penciled in Rockbank to be a good show here, and they've lost 3 games, but they've lost them in similar fashion by pushing hard but dropping away in certain crucial stages of the game. They can't afford to do that against Broadford.
I agree, and look, I think Broadford are one of this year's big improvers alongside Macedon.
Yep.
The squad they've got going there at the moment is probably equal to many within the league, and it's a little bit underrated, doesn't get talked about. Blokes like Josh Pound, that's disposal is absolutely fantastic. Yep. Blokes like Reece Smith in the back line, who can basically hold down any forward in the league. He'll have a big job against Lockie Calder this week, so it'll be interesting to see how that matchup goes. But you just feel with the firepower that Broadford have got through the midfield at the moment, they're going to start favourites in this game. They should come away with a win, which it's just about. So the thing is, Rockbank are playing for their season this week. They know that if they lose this game, they're not playing finals. You cannot come back from Zip 5. It's absolutely impossible. Or Zip 4 or wherever they are, after round 5 with no wins, you don't play finals. That's how it works.
Yeah, Lee Calder, Lockie Calder, who's been the standout, kicked 6 goals in his last outing. They probably need a few more players to step up to that level.
They do.
Which is important for them. But for me, probably one of the highlight players that's going to stand out for me for Broadford is Phil Pott. He's had a blinder of a start of the season.
He has.
He has been probably an underrated ruckman. We haven't seen him before in this competition prior to this year. He's going to be a big impact player here, and he's feeding guys like Corviani coming through the midfield and a few of those guys, and Sean Duggan's just doing an amazing job.
Yep, Puds.
Yep, he's carving it up already. I think he's the only player in the competition that wears the glove as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And it's not because he needs to handle the footy, it's all for show.
Yeah, exactly. But Rockbank, are they a chance?
They're a chance, but it's a slim chance. The way Broadford are going at the moment, you can't fault their form. Rockbank have just shown that they do drop off at times. They're a chance. Rockbank are a chance because they need to win this game. They know that there's basically no tomorrow if they don't win this game. They won't play finals, and that will spur them along. And that Gav will use that, and Gav will be telling the boys, if you drop this game, it's it. Going to be hard though. Broadford at home, who have improved 120% this year at least. Sorry, Gav, I can't see it happening. Broadford to win.
Well, I think they'll be half a chance if they win this game. Then don't be surprised to see a few more wins following that.
That's exactly right. They just need to win that one game, and the floodgates will open for Rockbank. But getting that one's going to be difficult, especially this week.
Well, fortunately for floodgates, we've seen a bit of damp weather during the week, but from what we hear, it's going to be sunshine all the way through the weekend. It's going to be magnificent. And Shawnee, it's going to be a cracking round of footy. The blockbusters have sort of gone out, but I think the games like Broadford and Rockbank, they're going to be the ones we're going to be watching with great interest.
The traditional blockbusters have gone out. Now we look at the new blockbusters that come in. Games like, as you said, Broadford and Rockbank, these really important games from clubs that have improved, and almost season-defining games for clubs like Rockbank.
Yeah, certainly going to be a massive week. Certainly a massive week for the men and women in fluoro green. Shawnee, look forward to seeing you out there, mate. It's going to be a cracking round of footy in the RDFNL.
Will be indeed. Look forward to hearing you on Highlands FM this week, mate.
It'll be a bit of fun, mate, over at Lansfield yet again.
Beautiful.